Hello, thanks for joining me, Craig, for another review on Kent Beer Reviews. Why have I said all that? Anyway, another new beer from the Tesco range. It's just coming out in early April of 2019. And a beer from a brewery that has had a lot of politics recently. Not that I care. But anyway, this beer is from Magic Rock, and this is their Luminance. This is their New England IPA, coming in at 6.5% ABV. Cracking artwork, as you would expect for Magic Rock. But yeah, beer brewed exclusively for Tesco's. And yeah, a 440ml can. This has got a best before date of the 7th of March of 2020. So I'm reviewing this beer on the 7th of April of 2019. It's been out a few days now. Check out my good friend Dean from Dean's Beer Reviews. He's reviewed this, and there could be some others, but I haven't looked. So brewed and canned at Magic Rock. They're out of Huddersfield, of course. If you're new to craft beer, then yeah, it's a really good brewery to get into. They've got a few other beers on Tesco shelves. They've got the Cannonball, which is a great standard IPA from them. Trying to think what else they have. They've got a pale ale. Have a look. Go and have a look. Go and check the shelves. So this has been registered by the Vegan Society, and it contains barley, wheat, rye. Any other information here? There is a bit of information on Untapped. We'll get into that in a minute. So let's crack this baby open and see what we get. Reusing a glass, just swirl it with water. So there we go. So yeah, a great looking New England style beer. If you're new to the style, then this is what it should look like, for sure. Leave that little bit at the bottom of the can. Sometimes at the bottom of the cans, they can have a little bit of kind of like a yeast in there, or you know, and it kind of glugs up. If you don't want all that particles and stuff in your beer, then just pour it slowly, like what I did. So it's half a finger of pure white head. So yeah, a very hazy, almost like orange juice looking beer. There's not much light bleeding through this one, but yeah, that is how it should look like, which is, you know, I'm used to the style. But if you're new to the style and you've been in Tesco and you bought this beer and you think, oh, there's something wrong with this beer, no, this is what it should look like, for sure. If it's a clear beer and they're saying it's a New England style IPA, then yes, there is something wrong with it. But yeah, this is an unfiltered beer. So 6.5% ABV. A lot of these beers are juicy, kind of, you don't pick up the ABV. 6.5, you think, oh, that's such a big beer. Wait till you try it. That's all I can say to you. But I've not tried this one yet, so we'll get into the aroma on this one, because I'm gassing a bit. Wow. Okay. Yeah. It's got a lovely kind of light melon. There is a little bit more of a kind of a passion fruit quality to this one. Citrusiness. Yeah. More of a kind of there's a slight. Yeah, maybe tangerine was a little bit sweet, but then there's also a slight kind of dank kind of dryness to the beer. When I say dank, it's more of a kind of a, people say cat pee with a beer sometimes. There's a little bit of this in there in this beer, but not exclusively. Yeah, juicy. There's a slight kind of lemon pith kind of edge to the beer, slight dryness. Yeah, a few bits of stone fruits going on in there. More like a peach, almost like a peach skin dryness, if that makes sense. It smells lush. Anyway, I'm trying to keep these reviews down a little bit. So there we go. Cheers. Oh yeah, okay. let's go again. Trying to think what to say, and it's like, oh, not sure. Let's have another go. I think for £3 a can, you are really seriously getting your money's worth for this style of beer. It's juicy, fleshy orange, not blood orange, fleshy orange. There's a slight kind of dryness to the beer as regards like a pithy lemon. There's kind of a light soft melon kind of feel to it. A little bit of grapefruit. There is a little bit of that kind of fleshy peach, I'd say, but not in a kind of wow, that's peach. It's not one of them. It's just hints of it, like a stone. You get that kind of dryness from the stone fruit of a peach. It's got that kind of vibe to it, together with the skin. Just leaving a nice lacing on the glass. Yeah, definitely. There's definitely a dryness going on with the beer. But yeah, I mean, for £3 a can, I mean, come on. I mean, this beer I'd assume is brewed with oats. I don't know, I might have already mentioned it earlier on in the review. It doesn't say, but it's almost certainly brewed with flaked oats or something like that. To give it that, there's a slight creaminess to the beer. Body wise, it's like a medium. It's nothing too extravagant. I don't know the IBUs to the beer, but to me it tastes a little bit kind of low. So I'd say this is an approachable beer. If you're new to kind of alternative beer, as I call it, not craft beer, alternative beer, I think it's the wording. This beer has got more of a kind of a approachable taste and flavour to the beer. 6.5% ABV. Don't let that put you off. Go out and try it. Just get one can. Share it with your missus or your boyfriend or whatever. Doesn't matter. See what you think about it. Give it a go. You might not like it the first time. Give it a few months. Carry on. Try something else. And then come back to it and see if your palate's changed a little bit, which it does. It really does. That's the thing with beer. Don't be put off by your first initial thoughts of a beer. Just keep going at it. Just keep trying different things and trying that style, this style, and then go back and then try it again. And it changes. Trust me, it changes. I'm waffling. It's one of them reviews, I'm afraid. So the commercial description, it says a thick and juicy New England style India IPA, India Pale Ale, an IPA. I've had a beer before. Featuring a smooth and hazy body from the use of oats. So there you go. It's kind of like one of them beers that you kind of knew. Wheat and rye in the mash bill. Hopped in the whirlpool by dry hop of Citra. There you go. Simcoe and Vic Secret, which is that dryness I was on about. That's more of a kind of an Australian hop variety. It's a bit more earthy, a bit more kind of, yeah, that dryness, that earthiness, that bite to the beer. What else have we got here? Hops with additional Lemondrop, which is that Lemondrop I was on about. That lemony kind of piffiness, that dryness, that could be that. Added into the dry hop. So the hops give a tropical dank, and I've not read this before, a dank and fruity flavour with the additional herbal of pine qualities. A bit of that going on as well. So this beer was fermented with London ale yeast 2, which is, I'm not going to go into that, I'm not a brewer. Enhance the aroma and add a lightly sweet finish, and definitely got that slight sweet finish. Not that kind of bitterness of the hops you can get sometimes. It's just a lovely beer. It really is a nice beer. I mean, it's by no means the best beer in the style I've ever had, even from this brewery. I've had some amazing beers from this brewery, but for what you can get in the supermarket now for £3 a can for a 440ml can, this is really damn good. I'm not going to lie, I think it's a really good beer. I mean, as I've said, I've had lots of better beers than this, but anyway, I'm repeating myself. Sorry. Let's go on to the actual rating on this one. I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's in that kind of ballpark, so it's a 4.5 if you're on Untappd, which is a social media outlet, so go and check that out. If you want any more information, I'll put it all down below. I've got quite a decent playlist from this brewery's beer, but yeah, go and try it for yourself. That's all I can kind of say to you, really. So anyway, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next review. Cheers.